A day in the life of Mr. Mediocre. 24 hours. 24 hours of Mr. Average, 24 hours of Mr. Plodder, 24 hours of Mr. Journeyman, 24 hours of someone that doesn't love with their heart and soul what they do. Looks just like this. Let's take those 24 hours and divide it 3 ways. You've got to sleep in the next 24 hours, so that's important. You have to work, okay, and we have what we call social time. So how many hours does Mr. Average sleep for? 8. Because he likes to be Mr. Average, because he needs 8 hours sleep, you know. You don't need actually 8 hours sleep, you need 6 hours sleep. Go check it out, Google it if you don't believe me. You'll find out that 6 hours actually is enough. On top of that, we've then got work, haven't we? So 8 hours most people in Mr. Average land go to work for. Okay, and they might have 1 to 2 hours of traveling, an hour to work and an hour back is typical for lots of people. And then they have their social life. So if we say that's 10 hours and that's 8, that's 18 hours. How many hours we got left? 6 hours for our social life, our work-life balance. Oh, I need a work-life balance, don't I? Of course I need my work-life balance if I want to be successful. Right, let's have a look at what successful people do. 24 hours, same. So they've got the same amount of hours in the day. If you've got more hours in your day, then let me know. But as far as I'm aware, we've all got the same. Let's break that down again. Do we need sleep? Yes, of course we need sleep. It's important, okay? People that are successful, okay, or are building a second business behind their full-time job while they're getting going, okay, still have to go to work. Okay, so how many hours sleep do they take? Normally 6 hours. How many hours at work? Well, they're probably spending 8 hours at work too. Have they got travel between work? An hour, 2 hours? Probably. But guess what? Those 1 to 2 hours are used differently. And then they've got their social life. Okay, and their social life for these people, then if you put it into category, will be another 6 hours. Okay, sorry, another 8 hours. Now, think about that for a second. So you've got this layout here, which is what most of you have got, and then this layout here, which is what successful people do. And how do they break it down? Well, they go to bed, they sleep, they go to work for 8 hours, they've got 1 or 2 hours to and from work, which they can spend working, okay, on their project, on their business. This social life time here is not social life. This is business building time. That's what they call it. They don't focus on work-life balance because they don't focus on complaining. I need time to recharge my batteries. I need time to be with my friends. Do you know what? All of those things are important to some degree, but what's more important? Having an average mediocre life over here or getting ahead of the game and moving up those stairs, okay, along the way and create success for yourself. What is more important to you? If you want average results and an average life, an average outcome, a mortgage until you're 65, a mediocre pension, okay, kids going to standard schools, driving an average car and having an average life, if you want that, then guess what? You're right in this category here. But if you want to go out and make it happen, you have to make sacrifices. You have to realize that successful people don't want to spend this time bumming around doing nothing. They spend their time building their business. They spend their time wisely. They focus on how they manage time. And if you were to do that, you would give yourself a massive benefit. 8 hours extra a day socially. How many hours is that a week? 40 hours a week. 40 hours a week is 160 hours a month. 320, 480 over the course of 3 months. 480 hours extra. These people find the time within the same time restraints as everybody else. They find the time. You waste the time. And before you know it, you're going to be old, you're going to be grey, you're going to be miserable, and guess what? You're going to be full of regrets. So if you want to be successful, manage your time better. If you want to make it happen, use this approach. Don't be Mr. Average because you will lose out. And there's nothing you can do about time. Once it's gone, done. So why don't you go out there, think about this, and think about how you can make it happen.